So what we've really seen here in 2023 is a return to liquidity, a return of money coming back into the markets. We're going to talk about a little bit of that in this video and kind of break it down. Kobayashi report or Kobayashi letter, they do a fantastic job kind of giving us the macro scene of what's going on in the cryptocurrency world, really what's going on in the entire economic world, both stocks, crypto, overall market trends, and came across a really interesting article, and I want to share some of the things I found here with you guys and talk about where we could be heading. And the title of this is Crypto Eyeing Historic Move as Tons of New Liquidity Return to the Market. Now, if you've watched my channel, we've talked about the lack of liquidity in the overall markets, the lack of retail investors coming back into crypto. Slowly but surely, that is happening ahead of the Bitcoin halving, which is coming up in April of next year. So a lot of that, I think, has to do with Bitcoin just making moves. There's a lot of FOMO happening, but it's also the Bitcoin ETF and now the Ethereum ETF news. It has people certainly eyeing the next crypto bull run. And there's a lot of optimism right now in the overall markets as we've seen a resurgence of liquidity, historically indicative of impending significant bull markets. Usually we see this slow drip, if you will, and then we have that big boom type of event in terms of mass people coming into crypto. I think as the overall state of the economy gets a little bit better, people have more money in their pockets, we're going to see a huge crypto rally, a huge influx of new investors coming into the markets. Now, check this out. Listen to this. Crypto market has added $600 billion in liquidity in just a year. This is the first time this has happened in several years where the crypto markets are witnessing a huge return of tons of new liquidity. This coming from the Kobayashi letter, a well-known poster on X, and they have their newsletter as well. And again, they cover kind of global capital markets as a whole. According to the account, crypto has added $600 billion in value, making a 75% jump. Over the same time period, Bitcoin has surged by 120%. So all the coffee shop or cooler talk discussions that Bitcoin's still dead and it's not getting back, many people having those conversations wouldn't know that Bitcoin has been the best performing asset here in 2023. And it's not even close. So at the time of the writing, one Bitcoin a little bit down from its $37,000 number, but we actually got close to 38K, might even have crossed over it briefly. But we're taking a look here at about the last 45 days or so left in 2023. What could happen here in these last 45 days as we get ready for the new year, 2024? Well, as I mentioned, year to date, Bitcoin's up 123%. And now we're starting to see some of that capital come back into altcoins. So I think if we can see a nice steady growth here, what I don't actually want is I don't want a blow off top here, because then we're going to have a big correction. That's what I don't want. I like this slow and steady growth. We talked about this yesterday too. We're seeing different altcoins right now have different kind of trajectories. Today I was looking at the top gainers in the top 100. Filecoin, there's an altcoin that hasn't run yet. All of a sudden, it's getting liquidity thrown at it. And we're seeing different altcoins kind of take different turns here at running the markets for a little bit. We've seen Solana, Chainlink, we've seen Polygon, we've seen the Graph, we've seen Caspa, many of these cryptos having their day. Here's what I think we're going to see for the rest of the market here this year in 2023. I do think we're going to have still some ebbs and flows. I think we might go up and touch 40,000. I think that would be like kind of our high end. And we could come back down to about 32,000. Remember, when we broke through the $31,800 resistance on Bitcoin, that was a huge, huge deal. And hopefully that now acts as support rather than resistance, right? Because anytime you break through an important key level like that, which by the way, we got close to 2 or 3 different times this year before we did it in October. Anytime you break through that resistance, then it's turning into support, at least, logically, and that's how it's supposed to work. Sometimes it goes against the grain, but you're looking at a range, I think, from about 32 to 40K for Bitcoin here by the end of 2023. And I think that's really, really positive considering where we were to start the year, down there at 16,000, and all the doom and gloom and all the people that said we were going to 10K and below. Certainly looks like that will not happen. Of course, never say never, right? But as we roll into 2024, I think our overall markets should slowly get better, and inflation becoming hopefully less of an issue as time goes on. And overall, just been an unbelievable ride here so far in 2023, and I'm looking forward to kind of slow, steady growth here. And man, it's a great time to be in the markets. Absolute great time to be in the market. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys out there. Make sure you guys let me know that you're watching this video by smashing the like button. Give me your thoughts on the outlook, the rest of the outlook here in 2023, the next 45 days. I think you're going to see some altcoins still make some gains here too. Random altcoins probably going to be up 40, 50%. As long as we see that reversal of capital continue, you're going to have great opportunities to make some swing trades if you're into that. Or if you're a long-term investor, you should have some great opportunities open up on the dips as well. So appreciate you guys as always, and enjoy your Monday. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.